Hey there, my name is Dr. Nought, and this is Technobabylon, and last time we got stuck in here. Well, the apartment above hers got exploded by Regis, and now we're stuck in here with Sir Shakes-a-Lot, aka Guy, and we have the scalpel to open up the food machine because he needs some epinephrine, so let's do that.
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex.
Oh crap, it's that difficult? Alright, memory block. So
I've already removed what I can.
Okay, so needs some upgrading. So I'm gonna guess we have to trance. Maybe we have to go talk to our assassin friend, our hacker friend. I can't remember anyone's name in this thing. Let's go this way. And ask Jinsil about... Oh no, I don't have the items. It's getting by... Oh, doink, I know what to do. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's get out of here. Items don't come along in the trance. So the upgrading is this. We need epinephrine to be added to this. Okay. Can I put this back in?
I hope it understands its new orders.
I don't know what this optical...
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Something bigger? I'm assuming we give the epinephrine in the injector. So what do you mean by bigger? Like this?
The fork won't fit in the seams around the edge. If I could find something more precise...
Oh, that's to open the thing. Clearly I don't need that.
It's already been opened up.
Okay.
Unless it's a component, I don't think it wants anything in there.
Okay.
Either it's got some pretty tough shield from the look of it.
It's too old to be compatible. I wonder... Isn't compatible with the wetware, you are unable to form a connection. But I need something larger. What I need to do is try this with everything else, I think.
That isn't an upgrade it needs. That isn't an upgrade it needs.
Okay.
As cool as it is, that sure won't make it. That isn't an up. That isn't an up. That isn't an upgrade.
Huh. Well, what would be an upgrade that it needs? Water?
I don't think I can fill that up. That isn't an up. I can't reach.
The broken light?
I've already removed.
I'm trying to just move the table. I'm just gonna electrocute myself most likely, but let's just try it. I don't know. Alright, get up on the table.
That isn't an up.
Fudgesicles. Alright. So what do we need
Looks
here?
like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Something bigger. Is there anything else I can get from this?
I've already got it open. Anything else and I'll probably burn down the building. I can't use it.
So can anything be used up there? That's gonna electrocute me. This is
The
stupid.
wetware won't form a connection.
Should I just go inject him with something? Hey, come here. Come here, you.
I don't think it's doing anything.
Oh my god.
I guess that shouldn't be a surprise since it was empty.
Dude, eat some food.
You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Okay, so let's stop dinking around. What could we...
Better not. I might need it.
What could we do to upgrade the optical piece here? Or get something larger? Can I break the screen?
I can't use it. That doesn't need
How about over here?
I don't think I can fill that up.
No, open
I don't think
flipping water dispenser so that we can get a
that doesn't.
so we can get a bigger A bigger optical thing. Okay, let's just try this.
I can't just put it back. I haven't done anything to it yet. The optics aren't sensitive enough to construct molecules like that.
Huh. Well, get on the table. What?
That's not going to help me.
Okay, so getting through that is not something. Oh, the camera.
Not from up here.
Get down, get down, get down. Maybe I can use the optical lens from the camera.
I've already
Stop clicking on.
I've already.
Yes. If it seems like I get angry very quickly, it's because I do. I hate everything. Not really. It's mostly that I'm very slow on the uptake. So let's jump up here. We take apart this camera with a fork. I don't know.
I'm going to need something, otherwise.
I gotcha.
This might be useful.
Yes, a high-grade lens. Hey.
I've upgraded the optical component with the camera's super-powered lens.
That looks incredibly ridiculous. Alright. Now, we take that, we stick it in the food machine, because, you know, that's how technology works.
It should be a lot more sensitive with that now. Let's see what it can do now.
Need a token.
It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine.
I feel like we should take the stuff out of the food machine. Oh, look at that.
I've already done it. I don't think the machine takes that.
I'm just saying, if we don't take this stuff back out, then when they come out and get more food next time, they're gonna just get epinephrine. But
the cartridge is mounted in the ejector.
Apparently you don't give a shit, so let's keep going.
Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain.
Alright. Alright, so that didn't take too long. We're getting better, we're getting better. Alright, wall guy, come on.
Feeling better?
A whole lot, thanks. I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours, I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
Atta girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
My hub? Alright. Return to hub. This is locked. Alright, it's not good. Oh, look where we are. 50. It's powered down, apparently utility drone. What does it say? You inhabit, can't communicate with it. Okay. How are we up here? How are we so far up? Alright, let's go. Oh, it's right there. Okay, I thought we were like up on the counter from our vantage point. Doo-doo-doo. Can we go through there? Sweet, can we... The synthetic is offline, the drone can't establish a data connection with it. It'd be the opportunity of a lifetime to go through a CEL agent's terminal, all the dirt you could dig up. The drone doesn't seem to have any means of access, unfortunately. Alright. We go through there, actually? Office is locked. Apparently these agents are following their security procedures manual. Oh. Keep your... Can we just keep going and just... Alright. There we go. Hi, Droney. Wait, who's controlling you now?
Please do not interrupt active drone.
You won't sit still long enough to get it open.
Hey, sit still.
I may be good, but even I can't breach it quickly enough. That officer would see me.
How?
I've already got it open.
Okay, okay.
That doesn't need...
Catcha.
Come on, shoo!
Warning. Power contact lost.
Oh, because of the rubber. Sure, I did that on purpose.
That doesn't... This might be useful.
What? Cutting laser? Okay. Well, we can cut the vent open and just get out of here. Nope, to the table. No, don't. Alright, just kidding, go back. It's a click like right in the middle. If I click on either third on the side, I'm pulling the table. Click right there, it starts pulling the table. I have to click right there. Alright. Zap-a-doodle. That's a technical term of when you use lasers, to cut through vents. That's what you actually do. I mean, can you be any more loud? Alright, we're out of here. Yes, figured it out. What are we, chapter 5, germination? Is that 5? Let's see, then 1 and 4. Yep, that's 5. 8 hours later.
Dr. Lau, you have a visitor.
Oh,
Good evening, Dr. Lau.
hello. And you are...
Surely you recognize him.
I'm afraid you'll have to enlighten me.
This is Dr. Vargas, the Central Operations Coordinator.
Now, Galatea, there's no need to be quite like that. The fact that I am not widely recognized perhaps indicates how successful we are.
Yes, you're right, Father.
Vargas? Dr. Eduardo Vargas?
Quite so, Dr. Lau.
What brings you from the Fulcrum Tower, sir?
A most grave matter, I'm afraid. One I believe you specifically to be most suited to handle.
Shall I, Father?
Please do, Galatea.
Central, I believe the audio EM capture system in this room to be faulty. Please run a deep diagnostic on the system.
Certainly, Miss Vargas. Beginning scan.
We have perhaps 2 minutes until the diagnostic cycle is complete.
Dr. Lau, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Baxter?
Yes, I don't know.
Dr. Adam Baxter, convicted murderer?
And a brilliant engineer in his time.
Yes, I've heard of him. My partner had a history with him. His parole hearing and eventual release really got to Dr. Regis.
Quite so, poor Viksha. I don't think Charlie ever got over it. And unfortunately, it appears that he's taking things into his own hands.
You have a connection to Regis as well?
Quite so. He worked for me in a research team, as did Baxter in the same project.
And Viksha Regis?
Precisely. We lost half of the team in one fell swoop that day.
Dr. Lau, when did you last see Dr. Regis?
Last night, before Central went into siege mode. Why? What's happened?
This morning, Dr. Baxter was found dead in his workplace.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, Charlie, no.
I share your concern, Dr. Lau.
Central believes Dr. Regis to be the most likely suspect. He would have known that Central would be unable to provide oversight during the siege.
And he had no shortage of motive, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Huh. Okay, so the mystery guy and Baxter are not the same person. Mystery guy being the mind wrecker, or whatever the hell you call it. I can't remember. Mind stealer? No. No, that's not right. Alright, what do you want me to do?
It just doesn't sound like him, though. He had other outlets, like his garden.
I don't fully agree with Central's assessment either. That is why I'm activating you on this case.
You want me to investigate Baxter's murder with my partner as the prime suspect? Isn't that a pretty serious conflict of interest?
It is within my prerogative to select agents I feel appropriate for casework, if necessary. Using it to aid an old friend, a good man, like Charlie Regis, I think that's worthwhile.
Remember that your primary responsibilities are to the law and to this city.
Why did you cut Central's feed in here? Well, that's pretty obvious.
You're
We'll
the
just ask
controller
it.
of Central Operations. Why would you need to cut the camera feed with a trick like that?
I apologize, but for the sake of city security...
Yeah, can't tell me. Classified, ultra, violet A, etc.
I'm glad you understand.
I might understand, but I'm not happy about it.
Noted, Dr. Lau.
I think I've heard enough.
That's good to hear. I'll have Galatea T-mail the case data to you. If I can be of any further help, don't hesitate to drop by my office.
At the top of the Fulcrum Tower. Make an appointment beforehand.
Diagnostic cycle of monitoring systems complete. No wetware or firmware anomalies detected. However, please ask Dr. Regis to stop obstructing the land's assembly.
I wish you luck with your work, Dr. Lau. For Regis's sake.
Okay, now we're playing as Dr. Lau. Chantel.
Got to wait till the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine.
Okay. So we've got sent. Can I do anything here? Oh, it was turned off. All right, what do we have here in terms of email? Galatea, Dr. Lau, as authorized by City Systems Administrator Dr. Eduardo Vargas. Please find access to the investigation's case files and close. If you wish to discuss the case in person with the administrator, please make an appointment beforehand. Thank you. Baxter. All right.
Ow! Hey, what was that?
What? That was weird. Max Lau. That's from Regis. Okay. From Central. Dr. Lau, thank you for the summary of the so-called mind-jacking, not mind-wrecking, investigations. It is evident that some of Dr. Regis' talent and investigation has found its way into your work, but please be aware that you need not also emulate his less helpful behavioral patterns. And then Edward Lau. Max, it doesn't matter what Mom said. I don't really understand why you did it either, but I'm not going to judge you. I miss you, and they won't admit it, but Mom and Dad too. Please come home, Max. That city, that life, it'll change you. Eddie, XXX. Centralized emergency logistics. Alright, so this is, I think, the same thing that Regis has. And... okay. And that's the telephone thing. Cool. See if we can call Regis. If anything happens. I doubt he'll answer.
No answer.
Yeah. Alright, so we have to go investigate things. Stop. Why are these cables like an actual...
Nah, I've already got it set up just right.
But they're selectable, so they're gonna be selectable, or, they're gonna do something at some point. That's my guess. At some point, we'll need to use the cables. But she's just flat out leaving. We don't get to walk through the corridor. Alright. The crime scene. Let's do that. Vickerman Pharmaceutical Laboratories.
Wow, that's a lot of green. Excuse me.
Great, they finally sent someone. You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. Make it quick, I'm busy.
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence factoring labs. Most of it's automatic. I just make sure it's all running like it should.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a lousy job most of the time. TP is where management sticks people they don't want in public-facing roles.
You're not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been one disaster after another. I'm just glad it's plateaued into some kind of stability.
Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
In any more detail?
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer.
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked too.
You haven't seen the body?
Nope, not in person, if that's what you mean. We got the camera feed online, but it was obvious that Baxter wasn't going to be coming out.
When did you last see him?
Guess it could have been Wednesday?
So he could have been killed any time in the past 3 days?
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
I'm sorry, I can't hear anyone. Why is the music so loud? What just happened? Okay. I don't know, this is totally in-game, but the music just like seemingly like increased by like 50%. It is pretty epic though, I'm digging it. Alright. I just dropped my pencil. I don't know why I'm holding a pencil. What is this place for?
What's the purpose of this lab? Plant studies?
Yes and no. It's a TP lab. killer presence. There's a lot of research that's not exactly legal in some countries.
But in Newton, pretty much anything goes.
Exactly. If someone in the EU needs research done on something hazardous, infectious, or endangered, they send the orders here and we carry out the testing.
What sort of research?
Mostly we make new angiosperms from scratch. That's flowering plants to you.
I know what they are.
Gee, thanks. Why would people want new flowers?
Sometimes it's a drug delivery method. The earliest commercial examples were fruit that grew packed with insulin. A lot of new wetware begins its life as engineered fruit too.
It must be awkward if they cross-pollinate in the wild.
And a legal headache. Part of our job is making sure the copy protection works.
Copy protection in plants? Ouch.
I think it's getting louder.
Aside from yourself, who else works in this laboratory?
There's my intern, Martin Meester, operates the factoring line. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me about Mr. Meester.
He came over from Eurofed on a study program. He's young. I guess we're all like that in our youth.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying Maladist trend. He knows how to follow instructions, so I let him get on with it.
Is visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, and Baxter.
Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him?
Exactly.
So the specimens are still here. Yeah, we got a lot of talking with her to do.
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with, natural and man-made.
And that's where Baxter worked?
Yeah, it's not exactly taxing. I wanted to see what he could do since they put a governor in him.
You left him to work alone in there?
I'll be honest, he was not a pleasant man to talk to.
What sort of research were you conducting in the 60s?
You mean with Charlie and his wife? You might not believe
Oh no, it got loud again.
We were the people behind Central.
Central? The city governing AI Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a coordinator AI. Vargas put together a team including the new Mr. and Mrs. Regis.
Nuke me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory for him. He left after the unpleasantness. We finished the project a few months later.
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts.
Alright, I think we already asked this.
You've got a keen mind. What's your take on this?
Hey, I'm not the detective, young lady. You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
Why do you say that?
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse contaminating the specimen bank.
Anything else?
Well, something strange. Since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks like he spent his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
We still have more to ask?
You knew Regis as well.
Yeah, I was on a research team with him and his wife back in the 60s. Baxter, too.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I'd have strangled Baxter too. I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
Do you think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as?
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
Wow, alright. Let's just keep going.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious, huh? We found a couple of specimens that Regis tampered with in his hour here. So I gotta run through the catalog and dig out the backups.
Sounds straightforward.
Not when there's 11,000 samples to take. Oh, I could punch Regis for this. Though, I want to shake his hand for Baxter so it kinda evens out.
What's been done to the samples?
He's used a customized viral vector to add huge amounts of junk DNA to their genomes. These are the last two I found, Medioflorens interensis and Linacia lawsonis.
May I have a look?
Do you think it'll help?
Just a hunch. Huh. Non-binary. Quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data. But M and L, my initials? This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Safe to say it's in the other plants he's gengineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long would it take to sample everything in the lab?
Oh, only a couple of years. We have over 11,000 subjects. You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
Holy crap. Okay. Remind me how the sampling works. Like, we don't need that. Let's keep going.
So, you worked with Regis and his wife, as well as Baxter. Did you also work for Dr. Vargas?
That pompous ass? Yeah, I worked for him.
You don't care for him?
He was a competent researcher, but he lives for politics. Everything was always about making the world a better place.
And you don't think it should be better?
It's a nice idea, just not realistic. And what we ended up making, it was actually never mind.
Alright, any other samples?
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and...
And?
Can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had yellow flowers, variegated, that is, multicolored leaves.
I know what variegated means.
Large, round fruit.
Why didn't the facility's CI detect Baxter's vitals suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment in here.
We were wondering that as well. This afternoon we noticed the monitoring system in the sample lab was in recursion. All hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you've got a technical fault with the software or wetware interfacing.
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
Or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that.
Cool.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
Alright, let's look around a little bit. We've got this DNA sampler. What is her or our middle name? Can I look at that? M. Alright. Wait, that's the first name. Damn it. Max Lau. I don't know the middle name. Alright. So floating drone. Where is the production labs in here? Let's go in there and check it out. This is Neaster. I don't feel like talking to him right now.
I can't figure out what any of these tools are for.
Warning. Security clearance not valid for access to Growth Lab. Vickerman Pharmaceuticals thanks you for your cooperation.
Alright. Red plants, blue vines. We need the yellow.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Good for you. Wait, what? Okay, so how do I add
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it.
Right, so can I fucking paddle with the data itself? Wait, what? How do I... I might have to put it on my terminal or something, so I might have to actually get the correct DNA file or whatever.
Warning.
Alright, I gotcha. That's the exit. Where is... Huh.
I've taken a DNA sample.
Yeah.
I've taken a DNA.
Red flower tree. What can I do with these samples? Gene sequencer. Ah, here we go.
There's some more. Looks like Regis didn't hide any data in that one.
Okay.
Looks like Regis...
Please add missing sectors to file and
I'm
try
going to need
again.
to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before...
Alright. We'll just grab all the colors we can find then. I thought we were gonna come here for the body, but apparently that's not the case.
I've taken a DNA...
Yes, you have. Good job. So we've got the other few flowers in here. Neaster might be able to open this door for us, but we can take... We took this one. I don't think we took from the blue vines, did we?
I've taken a DNA...
And I can't remember if we took from these red ones before, but we'll take it again.
I've taken a DNA...
Let's go. And if this doesn't work, we will try again next time. If it does, we'll see what happens.
Looks like Regis did... Looks like... Looks like Regis...
Alright. So I'm assuming we have to go talk to Neaster. He'll open up the door or something like that. We have to find a way through. And then we'll find the rest of the sequence. So, that's what we'll do next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Face the camera. How about you do that? There you go, that's better. She's following us. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.